Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever had that one specific person just randomly pop into your head out of absolutely nowhere? And it doesn't matter what you do or how insanely busy you get, you just cannot shake them off? Your brain might try to convince you it's just a random passing thought, but we're going to look at this through a completely different lens today. We are diving straight into the actual psychological analysis behind this highly relatable phenomenon.
It really starts with an emotional heavy lift, which brings us to Section 1, the telepathy myth.
You really got to ask yourself honestly here, why can't you stop thinking about them? It is literally the ultimate romantic dilemma. You're just going about your day, minding your own business, making your morning coffee or riding the train, and bam, there they are, right in the center of your mind, demanding all of your attention.
Now, it's so incredibly tempting to believe in the telepathy myth. You know, that beautifully romantic, comforting idea that a person is stuck in your head simply because they're sitting somewhere thinking about you too. Is it a sign from the universe? Look, I completely validate those feelings you're having, but today we are about to decode 5 psychological facts that prove it's actually just a clever chemical trick. And seriously, stick with me because fact number 4 is going to completely change how you view your last breakup. Don't skip ahead or you're going to miss the real reason they're still taking up rent in your head.
Okay, let's dive right into this and leave the spiritual myths behind as we move to Section 2, incomplete stories and dopamine. All right, let me introduce you to Fact 1, the Zeigarnik Effect. Basically, this is your brain's massive psychological obsession with unfinished business. If you never really got closure, if a huge fight was just left unresolved, or if there were words you just never got the chance to say, your brain treats that memory like a giant open tab in your mental browser. It's exactly like reading an incredible book only to find out the very last chapter is ripped out. Your brain is just desperately trying to finish it. So the absolutely massive takeaway for you today is this. Your brain hates incomplete stories. It literally despises them. So here's the psychological reality check. You might not actually be missing that person at all. Your brain is simply obsessing over trying to close that open loop. It just wants the story finished so it can finally file it away.
And this brilliantly illustrates our second psychological fact, the dopamine trap. See, what you think is true love, or proof that they are undoubtedly the one, science actually tells us is just dopamine withdrawal. Did you know that constantly thinking about someone is scientifically similar to a drug addiction? When you are with them, or even right now when you just look at their old texts on your phone, your brain releases dopamine, that amazing feel-good hormone. So now that they're gone, your brain is just acting like it's going through withdrawal, desperately seeking its next hit. You aren't in love right now, guys. You are literally just experiencing chemical cravings.
But wait, it can't all just be cold, hard brain chemicals, right? Let's check out Section 3, the science of connection.
So let's address the massive, burning question that is probably screaming in your mind right now. Are they thinking of me too? Like, if I'm obsessing over them, is there any scientific way that they are doing the exact same thing? Let's rebuild that mystery for a second before we solve it with hard science.
Enter Fact 3, mirror neurons. Spirituality calls this telepathy, sure, but psychology gives us this truly fascinating perspective. If you shared an incredibly strong emotional bond with someone, these highly specialized brain cells actually allow your subconscious mind to predict their behavioral patterns. Through these mirror neurons, your brain can literally sense an energy shift or feel their absence on a neurological level, which instantly triggers their memory in your mind. So yes, in a purely scientific context, a mutual thought process is completely possible between two strongly connected people.
But now, we are arriving at the paradigm-shifting reality check I promised you earlier. Welcome to Section 4, the danger zone.
Now, what's really interesting about this is how ruthlessly efficient your mind is at lying to you. Let's break down the brain's deletion process. Step 1, delete all the red flags. Step 2, completely erase the bad fights. Step 3, keep only the perfect, happy memories. When you think about someone constantly, your brain systematically runs this filtration process. It literally wipes out all the negative realities of that past relationship simply to protect itself from pain.
Which leads us directly into Fact 4, the idealization filter. This is the psychological process of loving a perfect, completely imaginary version of a person that only exists inside your head. So here is the ultimate wake-up call. You are no longer missing the real person. You're missing a phantom. You are longing for an illusion flawlessly crafted by your own mind. Sometimes, though, these intense thoughts aren't actually about the person at all. Let's move to our final section, emotional echoes and triggers.
Fact 5 is what we call an emotional echo. Just think about these super common environmental triggers. Visiting a familiar old place you both used to go to, hearing a specific song playing in a random cafe, or simply sitting entirely alone in silence. These are all massive triggers. The echo isn't the person reaching out to you telepathically. It's literally just your physical surroundings bouncing a stored memory right back into your conscious mind.
Because the crucial point here is this: your brain hates empty space, so it surfaces strong memories. When you sit idle, when you're just staring out the window with nothing to do, your brain flat out refuses to just be empty. It automatically pulls up your strongest, most potent emotional memories just to fill that void. It's not destiny at work, it is literally just your brain trying to manage its own boredom.
Which brings us to our final provocative question for you today. Which game is your brain playing? I really want you to do some self-reflection here. Are you stuck in the unfinished loops of the Zeigarnik Effect, or are you caught up in the deep chemical cravings of the dopamine trap? Let us know in the comments below. And hey, if this explainer gave you a reality check today, definitely hit that subscribe button, because we are going to keep decoding the dark and fascinating secrets of the human mind right here. Share this explainer with someone who really needs to hear it, and I'll catch you next time.